Anyway, so now I'll go back to 2-point perspective, which is very important. இதோட கட் பண்ணிட்டு இதுக்கப்புறம் வர்றது வந்து தனி வீடியோ, தனி எக்ஸசைஸ். Hi, good evening everybody. Satya here once again. Now we'll go back to 2-point perspective, and we are going to draw a cylinder or a circular in 2-point perspective. Okay. This is again in 3-point perspective. We have three. So first we'll see 2-point perspective, doing some circle or curvy stuffs, and come back to the 3-point perspective. So the thing which you see right now is about 3 primitives. You have two tire or cylinder, whatever you call. In between you have a perfect cube or block rectangular. Okay, so this is what we are going to draw now. These two wheels of this side is there, these two wheels are there. From the side view it is perfect circle, but in perspective it's an ellipse. Ellipse is nothing but rotation of circle from one particular view to in different angles. Okay, if you are viewing from this direction, the circle turns around, this is what ellipse is. So basically ellipse have, as you know, 2 axes. This is major axis and this is minor axis. Circle have only radius. The radius is all across the same. Right. So I'm going to have, in the front view you have, two cylinders. In between you have a shape of pyramid here. So this is what you see in the front and rear. This is the side. Alright. In the top view, what you are going to see is, in the top view is like, you have two tires from this to this, and you are going to have it in your mind, and this is what it is. See, so this is approximately, there's no space to go, right? This is what is approximately you're going to say. Anyway, there are important things that you have to follow is in perspective, putting a wheel, putting an ellipse is furthermore interesting, I could say, because there's a rotation of this wheel which is based on perspective. If you see, I have emphasized the arrow marks, which is the axle. As you all engineers, the wheel is connected to an axle where it is 90-degree perpendicular. But in perspective, there is some kind of understanding that you have to go is, this axle is coming from another vanishing point, and this has to cut 90 degree across. So this is what is very important. And assume axle angle, typical angle of this and this is different. So this wheel rotation is different and this wheel's rotation is different. I have another example of the same. Yeah. Another example of the same kind of scenario here. But unlike the previous one, this is going this side and this is a kind of rear view. And there you can see that this is emphasized. This is the axle and the 90 degree to that is the rotation of the what you call the ellipse is. And of course it's a 2-point perspective, and further we'll go to another Covey stuff. And later in 2-point perspective you can make this kind of cube, and we can see how this is going to turn into a car, something like this. Okay, so these are the two exercises that we are going to see today. So first we'll go to a very prehistoric chariot or whatever with the primitive. You have 4 cylinders and 1 cube. Okay. It's always better to have very light sheets, so therefore you will not miss out anything of the previous one. And you can even keep that as an underlay. If you are doing a lot of repetitive shots of the same thing, if you use a thin sheet, I use a Letraset marker pad. Letraset marker pad is a very thin sheet. It will show what you have drawn inside, so I'd like to keep this as an underlay. Yeah, so you can see what you have done earlier, and any mistakes that you have done you can change it, you can correct it. So I use the paper little diagonally, unlike parallel to any of the side or back, because as we are doing perspective, if you use diagonal you get a wonderful view. And another shortcut which you can follow is you can make parallel to the sides, and the same thing parallel to the breadth of it. So therefore you can definitely have a wonderful area of this. This is the area where you are going to work anyway. As I was telling you, I'm going to have one tire or cylinder. We can have 2 of that, and we have the 4th one will be the same thing here. And we go to the center of it. From the center we can have the same wheel height. Say for example this is half and next half, and you have to see where it is starting from. It is in the center where it is starting from, and in the front view what you are going to see is two tires in the front, and you have this is going exactly where the cylinder ends. That's the front and rear view. Alright. In the top view, in the top view you have 4 wheels, one in the front, two in the front, and exactly from here to here we are having a kind of body, you know. Okay, so this is the silhouette of the figure that you are going to draw in the top view. In the side view it is this. So while you are doing it, definitely you will understand a kind of car form that we are trying. Don't be urgent to draw that. I mean, we'll follow step by step. There will be definitely a kind of urge to go to the next level, always will be there, but my suggestion is please understand the fundamental principles. We have time and we can definitely go. Don't try to, you know, make a car or something out of it, and I think it is a bit too early. So forget about it. Blindly do what I am doing right now, because you will understand the intersection and other stuff, you know. So that's what very important at this point of time. Anyway, so please draw from your right hand side of your brain. Your brain should understand the form. Okay, so if this is there in your mind, definitely you can, you know, make a wonderful products. You know, this is to be there. This is the kind of thing that you are going to do now. You know, okay. When it comes to, there are two things that are important. What is the diameter? I mean, it's all you know, controlled by the diameter of the wheel, which is very, very important to understand. So this is wheel, this height is the wheel, and this is again the wheel, same dimension. So all these things are going to happen in the perspective. Very good. So now now you have 2 vanishing points. Of course you will be having only 2. This is vanishing point 1 and this is VP2, okay, and this is the horizon. And I am going to decide, when it's all totally imaginary, I am going to decide a scene, whether, you know, it's a car, it has to be on the ground. So this is the ground and this is sky. So I'll pick up based on our imagination. I'm just picking up a side where this is the side view and this is the front view. This is going to be the front, and this is going to be the side of the horn. So meaning you are going to have this shape here and this shape here. Okay. So as I told you, I'm taking some 90 degree to horizon at this point of time. Further I will take it somewhere here. Just yeah, so this is going to be my reference. Anyway, okay, and this point is connected. I think my recommendation is you guys have to be lighter, more lighter than what I am drawing. I am drawing little dot because in the video it should appear nice, you know, that's the reason why I have taken it. Anyway, okay, so overall this is going to be you know, the center of a wheel or you can even take little further. So randomly I am taking a point. So this is what it is going to decide basically the you know, the diameter of the wheel, you know. So this point is important. You are going to form a square. How you are going to form a square is like, you know, this point is important where it is intersecting the vertical axis. All the verticals are going to be parallel. So I am connecting this to this. So I get the ground point. Fine. Alright. Then you have to draw all verticals which is parallel to the vertical axis. So this is parallel and this is parallel. Guys, please believe me, please do it in your free hand, because which is very important to have that. Fine. So this is the diagonal. This is an angle, other angle. I think I'm not confusing at this point of time to anyone. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is, you have some randomly you have to decide some height, take so you have this here and this is intersecting here. And obviously I don't know if you guys you can take this as a center. Please select something which is relevant to that. So probably I'm taking the center of this, yeah, and have this extended, across. Fine. And I'm finding a height which is this. This is going to be my height of the wheel. Interesting. So this is very important. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you are going to have 4 of them here. You know how to do that. You have the center point which is going here to this, say A. You have to connect, extend it. Wherever it intersects here, that is going to be your another wheel, which is this. And these principles I have already told you. I don't think you guys have any doubt here. That's the reason why I am going by. So right now I have taken 3 of them. This is going to be the 1 wheel, 2 and the 3. So I'm sorry, I think again this is going to be my 4th one. Fantastic. So you have the side almost there. The side overall profile. So this is there. This is been given here right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. So what you have to do is please slightly emphasize this. Okay. So this 5 and 8 is the extreme. 2 and 3 is the the front of the, you should call it vehicle or anything, when you say subject, okay, the front of the subject anyway. Then I have 3 2 VP2. Okay, fine. So I would like to have 2 of this, 2 approximately, and this point which is going here, which is going to be here. Okay, is it okay? I think it's okay, or slightly more, fine, or this is going to be my heel here, and okay, I'm okay with that. Fine. So we have this I call 2 dash 3 dash, and connect BP1 to this, and this to okay, fantastic. And you can hang your, it come here. You have to find 5 dash and 8 dash. So I'm going to show you where is 5 dash and 8 dash. Okay, so this point is 5 dash, 8 dash. Okay. Okay, so now you have to see the breadth of the what do you call the tire or wheel, what do you call, so this distance you have to mention. So I think I can take this as my reference, so therefore I have this as the wheel width or whatever you call it. How will I find out the similar is here? This is how it is. This is how it is. Okay. It's without confusing further, this is nothing but, you know, cubes, 4 cubes at a distance. That's it, you know, 4 cubes at the distance. That's how you have to see this, right? And so you have this point, this point, this point, this point. Same here. So approximately there is a kind of this point, basically this point. So I color this in a different way. You know, this is the other point, this is the other point. So this is the front view. Now there's a question: how are you going to have the same width in this side? That is the question. How will you do that? It is very, very simple. Take this front view, and there is a diagonal which is running here. The width, whatever you randomly selected, have intersection in these 2 points. Now very lightly connect these 2, that is VP2 to that, and you will get the intersection here, and that is the exactly where the inner edge of the tire or cylinder, which I am going to mark it here, say this is where it is going to be. In the diagonal, wherever it intersects, the correspondent to the vanishing point, wherever it intersects, please have this here. That's it. Is wanted. Okay. Find the same intersection for the rear tire. Also, we have to go in a similar manner. I have this. I have this. Don't get confused. In this, it is here. Okay, and So you have this point, this point, this point, and this point. Okay. For the top view, you have this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the bottom ones. Okay. And these two are connected already. Fantastic. So this is the point. Fantastic. And another point is missing is this. Cool. So you have for the top view these points. I am going to spot it here. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Without any confusion, I think if you see that it is simply 4 cylinders or 4 cubes at equal distance anyway. Same thing. In the bottom also, and this is it's all about intersections and vanishing points, and if you sit and do it, definitely you will. The same correspondent bottom parts where it is touching the ground is here. 2, 3, and 1 second, and 4. Why not? Fantastic. So it's all done. Now this is the center point. For this is the center point, which is what very important. The outer one, this is the center point. If I dash here, this is the center point. So these 4 lines are the axis which is coming in line. That means you are there. Okay, and if we have this thing, that means, and these are the important points. Right, so now you have to see the 90 degree of it. So this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. You see these two are not parallel. These two lines are not parallel. It's all going towards the vanishing point 1. So very, very important point is to draw a cylinder in perspective. It will not be, this will not be major axis at all. This will be the minor axis. If you are an ellipse here, you have a major axis and minor axis. The minor axis is 90 degree here. So this is the minor axis, correct? Then the 90 degree would be somewhere here. So most of the time, the designers, Indian designers, often confuse the center major axis with the vertical lines, which is totally wrong. And please, if you are saying I am trained by Satya, don't ever do this mistake, because it will be very evidently seen in the sketch. Okay.